welcome to yet another live session of this vibrant community, Vitality Wisdom Hub. Today's topic, it's going to pinch a little, but it will also liberate many of you. Most people who chant mantras every single day, they they are not getting even 10% of the transformation they are supposed to get. Let that sink in deep. Because in the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to show you why your mantra practice may not be working the way you want, what most practitioners unintentionally miss, and how to unlock a depth of experience you may have never felt before. Now, if you are joining in and if the audio is crisp and clear, you can just comment in the chat clear or AC, audio clear. Now, my intention for this live session is by the end of the session, you will know exactly what's holding you back and more importantly, what to do next. So please stay with me until the end of this session. Excuse me. Now let's talk about, or let's set up the personal context why this topic matters. Over the last few years, I have taught mantra chanting to many practitioners across the world. Say it is from India, and I was in the United States for 9 years, so people from United States have joined, and I have taught many different chanting courses like Srimad Bhagavad Gita chanting, then Patanjali's Yoga Sutras chanting. I have had Vedic chanting, which is recently we just concluded one workshop on Vedic chanting. I have done before also those kind of workshops. So one pattern I have noticed when I have taught these workshops, mantra chanting, some patterns or maybe some specific patterns have emerged again and again. People are sincere, but they are not utilizing their skillfulness to the optimality. Yeah, they have devotion, yes, but not necessarily the right guidance. Some people, one of my participants, they told me after the workshop that thank you for bringing me back to my practice. So which means that that person was devoted to her practice but was not having the right kind of guidance. So yeah, they have devotion but not necessarily the right guidance. They have enthusiasm for sure, but not like a structure, that will feed, that will fuel the enthusiasm. So sincerity, what happens is sincerity without the skill leads to frustration. Do you agree? If you agree, you can just type in the chat agreed. In fact, many students, many professionals who join my sessions tell me, I am chanting, but nothing is changing. I have heard that. If that's you, today's live is exactly what you needed. So let's talk about the core truth, right? The core truth. And this particular core truth will help to seed what we are trying to learn from this session. Let me start with a bold but honest statement, okay? Mantra is not about volume, duration, or even counting. It's about precision. Now you might say, well, there is another component, that is devotion. For sure, one needs to have bhakti, that comes first. That's why that is not even a question. Having the devotion, what comes next is, if you are doing something, if you're uttering mantra, it's not about the volume, duration, or the counting. It boils down to the precision. And precision comes from four pillars. Now, if you have a notebook and a pencil or a pen ready, please write these four pillars down. Precision comes from the following four pillars. Number one, Śabda. I will say the Sanskrit words and then I will say the meanings of those words. First is Śabda. Śabda is sound. Then Prāṇa. Prana is our breath flow. Okay. Next comes Prāṇa or breath flow. Third is Bhāva. Bhava is emotional charge. Like I was talking about bhakti or devotion, you can consider it within Bhava. Then comes Śraddhā. Śraddhā is faith. Faith on whatever you are practicing, whatever you are pursuing, right? Śraddhā is faith. And you can think of Śraddhā, in other words, as inner alignment. Okay? Inner alignment. So I will repeat the four pillars, what will help or that help in bringing precision in mantra chanting. The four pillars are Śabda or sound, Prāṇa or breath flow, Bhava or emotional charge, and lastly but no less importantly, it's Śraddhā. Like I said, Śraddhā is faith, or you can think of it as inner alignment. Okay. Even if even if any one of these four pillars is weak, your mantra practice might lose power. And today, I will show you the exact places where practitioners unknowingly leak their energy. So, Śabda, let's go dive deep into these four pillars. First pillar, like I said, is Śabda. Most people focus on repeating the words, but in specific chanting, for example, like Vedic chanting, how you produce the sound means a lot. It decides a humongous amount of your chanting. The length of a vowel, like there are the swaras, right? The raswa swaras and the dirgha swaras, the swaras that are pronounced shortly with short duration. Then dirgha swaras are the vowels that are pronounced with longer duration. So there is the length of a vowel, the weight of a consonant, then the pause between syllables, and of course the intonation, the tonality of each sound. And then there are the rules, some specific rules. When I teach these mantras, I go into the details of like the rules such as the visarga rule or the rules such as the anuswara rule. All of these are there. So these aren't optional. They actually shape the vibration that interacts with your mind, breath, and your subtle body, right? The entire subtle body. So as we know that every human being, we have three layers of our existence, right? The gross layer or the physical layer, the physical body. Then comes the subtle layer or the sukshma sarira, sthula sharira, sukshma sharira. It includes the mind. So whatever I told, these are not optional when you are chanting. They are basically shaping the vibration which is actually interacting with the mind, breath, and our subtle body or sukshma sharira. Even a 5 to 10% variation in sound can shift the effect dramatically. Yeah. Many people chant like they are reciting poetry, but in reality, mantra is a sonic technology. So if we are supposed to press the volume up button in a television in the remote control to up the volume, if we press any other button, it will not work, right? So, you know, this reminds me of a very funny incident. Not funny in the sense, but some real incident, real story. Like I said, that many people chant like they're reciting poetry. So one day, um, one time, I mean, 2023, I was in Thailand for more than 3 months for getting my certification in traditional Thai massage therapy or teacher training program. So I was there, and one of my friends was from Austria, and we connected very well because we are having similar bent of mind. So my friend from Austria, we were walking on the roads of Chiang Mai, northern Thailand, and he said, Deb, I want to chant a mantra. I said, okay, fine. And I said, which mantra? And he said, Dev, I want to chant the Gayatri mantra. I said, great, let's do it. Let's chant it. And we were actually going to a kirtan session, right? We were going to attend a Friday evening kirtan session in some yoga studio. So I would say that I said, yeah, let's chant it. And he literally sang a song. What happened is, I told, where did you hear this? So my friend from Austria said, well, this is what I hear and I love this sound. And I know, I have heard that too from the YouTube videos. I said, well, that it's not the Vedic chanting. That is singing, right? So that's why it reminded me that, oh, this is Vedic, this is the Gayatri mantra I chanted and I heard it in YouTube. I love it. So you will see many, many, many YouTube videos where certain Vedic mantras, Vedic chants are actually sung like a song. You can sing a song which is in meters, right? Like Anushtup meter, Trishtup meter. There are different meters like chandas, right? Vedic mantras are not supposed to be sung in meters, right? Like Srimad Bhagavad Gita, that is chanted in meter. Na 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 na. So 8 times 4, 32 syllables. So Anushtup meter, very popular meter. So like that. But Vedic mantra is not like sung in like you sing a song. So it's sonic technology. You have to be precise. And the precision will come with the second pillar, which is prana or breath sound synchrony. So breath is the engine. Think of this. Just close your eyes and think of this. Breath, your breath is the engine, and the sound is the vehicle. So your breath is driving your sound. Do you agree? We can only produce sound while we are exhaling. Can you guys try to utter a sound while you are inhaling? Is it possible? No. So breath is the engine and sound is the vehicle. So engine drives the vehicle, yeah? So breath is driving the sound. So most people chant with a broken breath. In the recently concluded so, Vedic chanting workshop, one of my participants was saying that, and I agreed. And I was actually delivering a workshop also after quite some time. So it happened to me in different extent that breath was running short. So most people chant with a broken breath, like losing breath halfway, straining the throat, rushing to complete the lines, or inhaling noisily. Yeah. And also like tightening the chest. The chest is tightened. So that's why when before I begin any mantra session, I give them a breathing exercise and a postural exercise to work on. Only then we start the session. So this, what happens is, doing all of these things breaks the prana flow, and what it does, it weakens the mantra, or in other words, it weakens the impact of the mantra, what it could have otherwise. So when breath aligns with the sound, then it does enter the mind. So I meant it does not just enter the mind, it enters our nervous system. Now, the third component is the bhava or emotional charge. That's one of my favorites. Bhava is not drama. Okay. It is it's not drama, it's not sentimentality. Can't even pronounce. It's not sentimentality, it's not drama. So what is it? Bhava decides your presence. Suppose you are listening to this live video, and how connected you are, how connected internally you are with the session will decide how much present you are in the session, right? So bhava is the presence. It's the moment when the mind arrives fully here in this moment, not in yesterday, not in tomorrow. So most practitioners chant mechanically, but mantra is a conversation with the cosmic energy, right? Like in Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sutras in chapter 1, the Samadhi Pada, Maharshi Patanjali says, Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha. I'm pretty sure it's the 27th sutra of the first chapter. And let me just confirm it for you guys. Tasya vachakaha pranavaha. How do you connect with the cosmic energy? Is by saying the sound Om, right? So no, it's actually 27th. I was right. So 27th sutra of first chapter, Maharshi Patanjali Samadhi Padaha says Tasya vachakaha pranavaha. So like Om is the way to address the cosmic energy. Similarly, whenever we chant a mantra, we have this sound Om before the mantra, right? So it's a way to create a link, create a bond. We are addressing, we are invoking. That's why many a time we have the invocation chant. So mantra is a conversation with the cosmos. You cannot have a divine conversation with a distracted mind. Let me repeat that. You cannot have a divine conversation with a distracted mind. If that is mind blowing to you, you can type MB in the comment section. Let's move on with the fourth component, which is Śraddhā or inner alignment. Now, Śraddhā is not about blind belief. Śraddhā is faith. Okay. When we persist something or persist anything as a matter of fact, that means we have faith in it, right? Śraddhā is the inner energetic posture. Wow, powerful, right? Inner energetic posture. It is the feeling of I am here, I am ready, I am available. Okay. When Śraddhā is present, the mantra enters the deep layers of our subtle body, of our psyche, of our mind. So, when Śraddhā is not present, what happens is it becomes a rote repetition, a rote repetition. So, Bhāva is important. Śraddhā, the number fourth pillar, is also important. Now, let's see if this resonates with you. You chant, but your mind keeps wandering. Number two, your voice tires out. Next, you don't feel the vibration in your chest or in your head, right? In different areas of our energetic centers. Some days feel good, but most days you feel flat, like feeling nothing. So you wonder if your pronunciation is correct. You keep on wondering that. You don't know how to improve. You have devotion, but not any direction. You want depth, but keep hitting the same wall. If any of these are true, it's not your fault. Definitely not. You are simply never exposed to the architecture behind the mantra practice. Yeah. You got the flower, but not the root system. Yeah. So when you refine the four pillars, what are the four pillars again? Let me recap the four pillars of mantra chanting. The first one was Śabda or sound. Second one was Prāṇa or the breath. Third one was Bhāva or your emotional charge, bhakti. And fourth one was Śraddhā or inner alignment. Now, when you refine the four pillars, your entire chanting experience changes. So what happens is your breath becomes steady. Like there was one participant I told you who was mentioning, Dr. Deb, I'm running out of breath. What shall I do? So once we keep practicing with right guidance and structure, our breath becomes steady. Our voice becomes powerful. That's one of my favorites because when we are chanting, we are empowering our right here at the pit of our throat. This is the Vishuddhi chakra here at the pit of our throat. So this is the fifth energetic center. So we are empowering our Vishuddhi chakra. So our voice becomes powerful. We become assertive in the things we want to proclaim, in the things we want to say, even in daily communication. So our mind becomes clear, very, very clear, because the sound, the humming of the sound, like the mind becomes clear because it is focused onto one thing, like dharana, right? The limb of yoga, dharana. So your emotional heaviness, lightens, your sleep becomes better. Yeah, your sleep becomes better, you feel grounded. Why does the sleep become better? Because the vagus nerve activation, it helps to calm down the parasympathetic nervous system. And the parasympathetic nervous system of human body, this is uh, this is the brake of a car. Think of a brake and accelerator. Acceleration is go 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 go, pushing on the gas pedal. Like our sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system is rest, calm down, grounding, cooling. So when that happens, our mind automatically becomes calmer and we are having better sleep. So you feel grounded, you feel connected, you feel held by the mantra, right? So mantra at that point stops becoming a practice. What happens is it becomes your state of being. State of being. This is the shift I see in students who go from random chanting to guided, structured sadhana. Sadhana is a Sanskrit word which means intense practice, usually spiritual practices, okay? Because once the fundamentals correct themselves, everything starts to open. You agree? Once we get the fundamentals, not only just in mantra chanting, but in anything, once the fundamentals are set, what happens is we open up to everything. So, why, you might ask, why guided training matters? Why guided training matters? So, here is the truth. I have learned this truth after teaching students from different parts of the world. Like I said, from India, from Europe, from USA, where I was for 9 years. You cannot correct yourself by yourself. And of course, I learned it by myself. Like this truth, you cannot correct yourself by yourself. When we are in it, when we are in the reference frame of something that is not right, we we can repeat, we can memorize, we can follow YouTube videos, but we can never refine the subtleties without a teacher who listens, points out micro errors, guides the breath, corrects intonation, provides you structure, holds you accountable, right? Accountability is the one of the most important things. So you don't need thousands of hours of chanting, you need the right foundation. Yeah, and once the foundation is in place, your chanting deepens effortlessly. Yeah. So now, if you are listening to this and thinking, hmm, this is exactly what I need. Yeah. Or I have been chanting for years but never learned the fundamentals, then I have something beautiful to share with you. Are you ready? Yeah. If you are ready, you can type in the chat box or in the comment, I am ready. So in December, which is in a few days, I am starting a 3-month mantra mastery guided sadhana program, a very structured, very immersive, a very closely knit community based, very supportive container. It's designed exactly for people who want to go from confusion to clarity, mechanics to mastery, random chanting to true sadhana. Not rushed, not scattered, not overwhelming, just steady guidance week by week. I will tell you more towards the end. If today's session gave you clarity, if it helped you understand why your mantra practice may not be giving you the depth you desire, then I invite you to explore the full program. Here is what the full program entails or it includes. So every week we will be meeting live in a closely knit community from different parts of India and of course outside India. People are already starting to register. We have weekly live chanting sessions, guided chanting sessions. We will take up some mantras. Whenever we complete a mantra, we will go to the next one. And the mantras will span from Vedic chanting to invocations, to stotrams, to Shanti mantras from the Upanishads, which are also Vedic chants. Then we can go to chantings like Srimad Bhagavad Gita or Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, depending on the interests of the participants. So you also help curate and craft the program depending on your interest. I have a survey that I have started sending out to the registered participants what they want to learn. So you have the opportunity to express your interest. What is the thing that you actually want to learn? Right, so you will get one-to-one correction calls. So every month I will be giving you one opportunity to connect with me one-on-one. So you get 3 one-on-one total, 45 minutes each session, where you can actually have one-to-one corrections. You can use that session to learn something specific that you wanted to learn but we are not covering in the group. You can also use that for your holistic health consultation or some techniques, tools for improving your breath, your confidence. You can use it in whichever way you want. Sanskrit sound fundamentals, breath voice alignment. Then you get full access to the Durga Suktam chanting that we had just done last week. We completed last Sunday, November 16th. So you get guided sadhana rituals. You will be a part of a VIP community of fellow practitioners, and I will be giving you some guided cues. You will be part of that. Then you will have access to the course library, which will be related to Sanskrit mantra chanting resources for lifelong. Okay. Now, if you are serious about the mantra practice, if you want someone to hold your hand, to guide you, if you want to finally break through the plateau where you've reached a plateau where nothing is impacting you in terms of mantra chanting, then this is where the next chapter begins. So you might ask, so Dr. Dev, I heard this and I am really, really interested. Thank you. How do I enroll? So for enrolling, you simply go to my description of this video. It's already posted. There is a link you can click to register. And those of you who are staying until the end, you will also receive a coupon code to get a 10% off at checkout. Okay, so use that coupon code at checkout. I will also post this registration link and the coupon code in the pinned comment of this video after the session is over. So again, check out that link, register yourself, save your spot today while the spots are lasting, and you can check all the details about it after this live session is over as you are listening to the playback. I thank you once again for joining in the session today, making the effort to make your voice steady, yeah, to speak out your truth confidently. May your breath become deep, and may your inner presence, like, may your inner presence expand with every syllable you chant. Okay, so I will be drawing a close to this particular session. I hope the call to action is very clear to you. If you have any questions, you can post in the comment section here, or you can also connect with me directly by one of the means of my social media, right? If you go to my channel description, you will get all the handles. In fact, in the description of this video itself, you will get handles of my YouTube, sorry, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, everything. You can shoot a message there also. So let me think if I am missing anything else. No, for now, just that. I hope this session was helpful for you. If it was helpful, then please subscribe, share this video with someone who might benefit from this upcoming program. And just by listening to this itself, and comment your questions or anything that you might want to ask, I will try my best to get back to you at the earliest. So I will see you in the live session too, where I will be talking about the science of sound, why mantras rewire your mind and nervous system. By the way, you can also go to my uh, podcast playlist, which is called The Vibrations of Vitality. In that playlist, you will also find several episodes on mantra chanting, which I have already um, posted there. Okay. So, again, I will see you in the live session 2, The Science of Sound, Why Mantras Rewire Your Mind and Nervous System. In the meantime, please hit that link in the description or in the pinned comment to save your spot for this upcoming 3-month guided mantra sadhana program. Until then, stay rooted, stay aligned, and stay blessed. Thank you so much for all of you who are here and who are commenting. I see. Thank you. Hi, hello, namaste. Thanks for joining. I hope this session was helpful to you. Thank you. Take care.